So we've been talking about this Listeria outbreak that's been going on for the last few weeks, but it turns out that it's been going on for longer than that. This kind of slipped under my radar, but apparently in certain areas of the country, there was a Listeria outbreak amongst ice cream back in June. Now, the media didn't really talk about this at all, but it affected major brands, major ice creams that everyone loves. You have your Hershey's ice cream, Chipwiches, just to name a couple of the different items that were on the list of recalled items, but there wasn't a lot of talk about this. And then, of course, this ice cream Listeria outbreak in June was followed up by a Listeria outbreak amongst produce in July. And now here we are in the first week of August, and now we have a major Listeria outbreak amongst deli meat. Now this is starting to look odd. I'm sorry. This looks odd to me. Because now you have dairy products, ice cream, frozen section products, right, that are affected with this Listeria. Now, mind you, if you got a bunch of these affected ice cream products sitting amongst a bunch of other products in a freezer, sitting amongst your Eggo, waffles, and what have you, who knows what could happen, right? But then you got the produce. Now you can't eat the produce, right? You can't eat ice cream. And I know it's late. If you're like me, you like to have something sweet after dinner. Well, you better second guess that, folks. Because not only was there a Listeria outbreak and recall in ice cream in June, now there's another one, a nationwide recall on a lot of products, and we're about to get into that in just a moment. But yeah, you had this outbreak in ice cream, you got an outbreak in produce, now you got an outbreak in deli meat, so you can't eat a sandwich, you can't follow up that sandwich with an ice cream, right? So you've effectively taken out I would say a large portion of the grocery store. If you have to avoid deli meat, you have to avoid fresh produce and ice cream, what are you left with? A bunch of us are going to have to be surviving off of Cheez-Its like our name was Carly Russell. Some of you might not get that joke, but those of you who do. But anyways, so not only was there this outbreak and this massive recall in June that slipped right under my radar, I didn't even know it happened. Now, there's another outbreak in ice cream. And it's starting to become obvious that this is a trend. And while they're telling us, oh, you need to worry about the deli meat, and then it's the produce, then it's the ice cream, it's kind of obvious that this stuff is just spreading to all of the products in the grocery stores, right? And I don't know how it's spreading to these products because I'm no doctor, but I did look it up. This stuff can spread through the air, and it can hop food to food. It can survive and live in refrigerators and freezers. So this bacteria is pretty resilient. And, you know, when you're recalling certain items and removing certain items from your store, it's like you kind of got to acknowledge that these items that you're removing could have already contaminated the other items, or at the very least, maybe contaminated wherever you're storing these items. Maybe the freezer, maybe you need to take it, maybe you need to take everything out of it and clean it. Maybe the glass case that you keep the deli meat in, maybe it needs a deep cleansing. Maybe you need to throw away the other turkey that's sitting right next to the boar's head turkey. You know what I mean? But let's dive in and see what the heck is going on here, folks. It's always something, right? Ice cream recall. FDA sets second highest risk level for these 13 contaminated products. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration classified 13 recalled ice cream products at the second highest level due to Listeria contamination. Maryland-based food manufacturer Totally Cool Inc. announced a recall of several ice cream products in June due to the potential contamination. The issue was discovered when the FDA conducted tests on the products. However, this classification affects 13 products under the brand. The following 13 products were affected by this updated recall: 16 fluid ounces mascarpone and berries ice cream pints, roasted strawberry ice cream pints, vanilla bean ice cream pints. Man, vanilla beans are my favorite. Peanut butter mash and peanut butter cup ice cream pints. I love peanut butter. Dulce de leche and cookies and cream pints. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Stracciatella ice cream pints. You got your peanut ice cream pints, Swiss chocolate ice cream pints, coffee and cookie ice cream pints, hot cocoa ice cream pints, your sugar cookie dough ice cream pints, dark chocolate ice cream pints, dark chocolate fudge ice cream pints. So they're leaving us with no options, folks. But maybe this is a good thing for us Americans, because maybe we eat too much. A lot of us are overweight, including me. Maybe I don't need any ice cream for a while. But in all seriousness, this is getting kind of scary. And you have to start wondering, is all of this connected? Why all of a sudden are we having Listeria outbreaks in our deli meat, right? And then now it's in the ice cream. And obviously these two products are coming from very different places, yet they're still having these outbreaks. So this is just another one of those things that you got to add to the list of crazy coincidences that are all happening at the same time. So let's keep track. I'll forget a few things, but we have the train derailments, of course. We have the major factory fires and food distribution plant fires, right? We got all that going on. You got the airplanes falling out of the sky. You got attempts on presidential nominee's life, on his life. Now you got the food chain breaking down with the Listeria outbreak. And that's just to name a few things. I could sit here all day and name more things that are going on, but is this all because of incompetence? Do we have a bunch of incompetent people who are running a dirty, stinky operation, and now all of our food is just getting contaminated? Is this what we got to worry about moving forward? Or is there something intentional going on? And I hate to always be that guy, but folks, I got to be that guy, because if I'm not going to be that guy, who's going to be that guy? So I'm always going to be the one asking questions, wondering if things are happening purposely in order to affect us in some way or bring our country down. Because in many ways, it feels like there's an inside effort to destroy America from the inside. But now, we're going to have, this is going to cause bigger problems. Because it's like I was telling you all in the past video. You know, it all starts with, oh, it's one area, it's one state, and then it's another state, and then it's another state. Before you know it, it will be across every state. And right now it's the deli meat. Last month it was the produce. The month before that it was the ice cream. Now it's the ice cream again. Before you know it, every single product, basically, maybe besides canned peas or something like that, before you know it, half the products in the grocery store are going to be affected by this. And most places in America are going to be affected by this. And I have no reason to believe otherwise, because like I said, this story started off with, oh, it's just one state, nothing really to worry about. And then slowly it's like all the way from Georgia to New York City, we got issues. And then it started with, guys, it's just the tomatoes and stuff. Nothing to worry about. Next thing you know, it's the honey ham. Next thing you know, it's the freaking Nutty Buddy ice cream. You know what I mean? So who knows what's next? But they're taking away options for sure. And they're making things interesting when you go to the grocery store. Forget the Olympics. The new Olympics is going to be going to the grocery store trying to buy an item that's not contaminated with Listeria. Good freaking luck, okay? Good luck. Because damn near everything is going to be contaminated by the time this is done with, because these people are idiots. And if you think that you could, we're going to recall Boar's Head and we're going to go take the ham out of this container that's sitting right next to these other brands of ham, and you think the other brands of ham aren't going to be affected, then you're crazy, because they will be. There's a lot of stuff going on out here, folks. But for now, I want to know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.